clubbings from the castle in the first match. That's another one. I love this break. This is like watching our old mate Tony Holgate. I can't believe this is dry, by the way. But Clayton's almost saying, I don't give a stuff about this cue ball. This is getting hit at 1,000 miles an hour.
And do you know what? You try and control the cue ball at times and it still ends up going in the pocket. I know a few players, I know a couple of former world champions that, well, Clayton being one of those, that's the way to go. Just try and hit it as hard as you possibly can. And law of averages, make a ball and keep the cue ball on the table. Fortunately, it's Neil Raybone with the opportunity. May have been just trying to nudge that red and yellow together. I suspect he was, and that's not worked, but it's not the end of the world for him. Not got a good angle on this one.
Really had to force it.
Yeah, left this one a little bit thin. He'd like to have come down the line a few rolls further right as we look. Not sure if the middle red of the 3 in a line goes to bottom left, but even if it does, very hard to hold for it. That's why he's going the other way round. Oh, the little flick. Oh, it was almost perfect. The little flick stopped him from being straight in on this red. That's a result for Neil in terms of holding Clayton back. Obviously he wasn't trying to hit that red, he was trying to pot the red nearest the bottom right hand corner pocket. Played it with enough pace to pot it and pop back out. You were just containing, you'd play it dead weight, but there was no containing there. But tying up the 8-ball the way he has, very difficult for Clayton to open it up. He's a massive favourite for the frame. It just might take a few visits here to force the chance. Problem is for Clayton, even if he gets ball in hand, it gives himself the angle potentially to play into the red and the 8-ball, but the 8-ball's dangerous there, dangerous into the pocket, so it's tricky. I think he has to be really, really patient for me.
Yeah, agreed.
I think I like, I mean, you'd love to get rid of the red in the open, you'd love to take that off the table, force Neil to do the opening up. If not, I'd like to get another yellow down near the bottom, down near the 8-ball. I'd like to do that so that maybe you've got a bit more. If you've got one, say, near the bottom left-hand corner pocket, then you've got a ball to play the breakout with. So I think in this tactical, he couldn't do it there, but in this tactical exchange, if that chance comes up, whilst being patient, I'd like to do that.
Oh, good hit from Neil, but it's the cue ball. So then Clayton.
Yeah, this is what I mean about Clayton and having ball in hand. It's still not a good chance. Can you leave an angle, two together, could you leave an angle where you can go into it off the bottom cushion? Potentially. And then you're going into the 8-ball. There's no danger of it blocking the pocket off for the yellow or for even making it. There's not much room for that, but if you wanted to be that aggressive.
Categorically didn't want to pop that. For Neil, I wonder if at what point he goes, well, I'm going to lose this frame, I might as well swing my arm.
Yeah. At some point that happens, doesn't it? I don't think he's there yet. No, the easiest ball to hit here is the one over the bottom left corner pocket. No way that Clayton will play that. Just casually make one in the left centre instead. You can be tempted here. The 8-ball's tricky to get on, but you can definitely be tempted.
Are we tempted to say he'll take it?
Yeah, if the 8-ball goes comfortably, as in there's loads of room, and it looks like there is, you can just play the one over the pocket and screw out into the open and back yourself to clear up. You wouldn't want to leave the yellow over the pocket. It's not one of those situations where you say, oh, well, I've got a safety net here if I don't make the clearance. This is the hardest ball on the table, the one he's playing now. So you get it out the way. I know that sounds strange to a lot of people watching that probably think, well, that's a safety net just in case I miss. I'm still taking the pocket. No, that doesn't wash in international 8-ball rules, I'm afraid.
Yeah, and he could get out without disturbing the red and the 8-ball, which was important. So now he's got his chance to win the frame. He's been patient.
That's a loose shot. Straight in, right centre was the plan, so that he could drop it in, get on the one to top right, and then left centre, just you got all the room to land in the on the 8-ball. Now the cue ball's just doing some work. He should still get these, but it's not the route he was originally planning. He's on this ball like this after playing the one over the bottom left, and he decided to go for the one at the top because he wanted to get better on this ball than he is now. He couldn't risk coming across and getting straight. He had to leave angle, but it's just about missable. He shouldn't, but pressure on.
Yeah, he plays a good pot there, does Clayton. He's been in enough control in this visit. And goes the 8-ball. Had to be patient. First frame has taken the best part of half of the match clock up. And that will maybe be the toughest thing for Neil Raybone to take about that whole thing.
Good visit that from Clayton Castaldi. There are players on the tour that in that mindset you can get a little bit too defensive, as in he's so far in front in the frame that you feel like you're going to get the opportunity that's even better than the one that's, you know, in front of you. But you've still got to go and win the frame. That's what's so good about these rules. You can't sort of fall over the line in frames. And he obviously identified that he had done enough and backed himself to make the finish. And obviously, you know, it's easy for us in the commentary box to say, well, they all go now. But sometimes you can get yourself in the wrong mindset when you're in those sort of tactical exchanges. The better Neil hits the break tonight, the worse the outcome. That's the best break of the night.
Yeah, he's crunched that.
It's a poor split, and he doesn't make a ball.
Extension called.
Clayton was just trying to tie the cue ball up with that yellow and just let it pop out. I mean, it's not a good chance for Neil. Maybe this will tease him into trying something. It's really not a good layout at all. Taking on the yellows then. The yellow that is a problem is a real problem. Okay, so he's taken yellows just to pop his ball out into play. Good match play this. It's an underused weapon to tie your cue ball up, or tie the cue ball up with your opponent's colour set. You don't want it to be touching, but as close to touching as possible without touching will really limit their options. It's a nice visit to the table from Neil because he's basically opened up his colour set. That's a nice shot from Clayton as well, trying to tie the yellow on the right hand side back up. He's done a good job of that. Don't believe the potting angle's available, so he's going to have to go into it.
Well, what do you know? And Raybone goes straight into it. Excellent shot.
Nice little exchange that. Both players doing some good work. Neil's forced himself into a good chance to win the frame.
Just falls in. He was potting it as thick as he possibly could, but even so, that almost missed.
May have just a shade too much angle here. Another 2-3 rolls further back. He didn't want to be straight. He wanted just a turn of angle to be able to just fall down and have a... You don't want to be straight on the one at the bottom, but not far off. That's a beautiful touch.
Yeah, really classy visit to the table this from the Razor. It's for 1-1.
Left that thinner than was planned.
Very almost done it as well. Used all the pocket.
Let's be generous and say he used the pocket to control the cue ball there. Ultimately, it doesn't matter. The clearance is done. That was a very... That's what Neil's so good at. You know, I talk a lot about Neil and have done for a long time about his clever tactical play. You know, often the way he goes about frames is a good way to go for, you know, for the majority of players. And that was a prime example for me. The take your colour set, bump out your bad ball, leave your opponent absolutely nothing. Next time you come to the table, you're going to have a better chance to win the frame. It was a really well thought out frame of ball.
Oh, 8 balls close there. I'm loving the Clayton Castaldi break. As I say, I think our old mate, the basher, has been giving him some tips.
Stage extension called.
Does that mean he's on a cut? Tricky-ish layout. You're going to have to go yellows, you'd feel here. One really bad yellow. There's a ball to deal with it. Deal with it now. It's just where's it going? So it's really think about the connection here. What ball will you be on when you get this one bumped into play? Not sure about that. Playing into the 8 ball, I guess he's trying to get it a little bit thicker so it bumps away. If he plays into the yellow, he's not guaranteed to knock it on. But I thought that's the way he was going to go. Playing the way he did, it was very, very delicate.
Well, this isn't an easy frame to win for either player.
I think the draws are very, very likely option here.
Yeah, this could finish 1-1. And it'll be a really stressful next 3.5 minutes. And I think the way that Neil's played that shot, I think he's seen his path to victory, and I think it's through taking Clayton's balls off the table. I think Clayton needs to get this yellow away from the centre pocket. Oh, he's potted it.
That can't be the right thing to do. Potting a ball there, that it just you cannot get your ball in play at the bottom. Potting a ball there, just it's no good. And that's going to gift the opportunity. So now the draw looks less likely because the frame is there for Neil. He's got one red at the top of the table that's a problem, but he's got the control in the frame and he's got the time in the frame to force that control into a chance.
He's even got his extension still to play with as well if he wants. Useful thing to be able to have at your disposal at this stage in the night.
I thought Neil would try and leave more angle here so he could come across and get on the red to top left, but I think he's playing for the loss of turn here. The way he played the last 2 shots, I think that was always the plan.
Yeah. Absolutely. It's that percentage pull that we talked about. Clayton's just going to take this for a ride, or try to at least. I'm sure Neil's heart was in his mouth for half a second there.
Neil would have, he may have never played again with what Andrew Patchett did to him in the previous match if that yellow had gone in as well. If he'd lost 2 matches from those situations, it would be a sickener.
I think Neil is trying to make this frame a buzzer beater.
He didn't have a good, I don't think he had the best of first shots on. But you might be right. I mean, that would be really clever play. The only thing...
Oh, no. Oh, no.
No.
Oh, wow. Clayton Castaldi flukes the yellow. Penny for your thoughts. Can he make the 8 ball? Oh, it was razor thin. Is he going to get the double contact? No. And Neil is saved.
Wow. He does have to play one really good positional shot to get on the awkward red. Oh no, he's giving Clayton the frame. He might be snookered here. He might be snookered.
Yeah,
he should get it off the top cushion. He really should get this.
He's close, but he's not made the hit. And it's going to end 1-1. Neil Raybone won't have enough time to make all of them. Oh, goodness me. What What a dramatic ending to the match. It's the second straight draw for Clayton Castaldi. It's the second straight match where Neil Raybone is thinking, what on earth is happening tonight? Oh, would you be a pool player? What a mad, mad evening so far in the Champions League. And we've got 3 more matches to come.